Alright guys, so they have already teased the next two character being Soren and then Alsa. So I do believe, probably a good 60% or maybe a good 70% they should be within the Mauler faction. So that's why I do want to quickly take a look at our current Mauler setup, and then we will talk about my speculation, what I think they will be, and then what I want them to be as far as the typing. And then afterward we'll probably take on a few stages, probably trial off a bit because we just haven't unlocked that. We're gonna try out this current team right now in terms of what we currently have with the Mauler team, and then that's gonna be a wrap. But what do I think will be those two typing? Let's, I guess, start out with Soren, because Soren, first and foremost, he is holding either like a mace or a lance or some sort of that nature. So I do believe he may be, three options. It could be a tank, it could be like a rogue character, or it could also be a warrior. So those are my three, I guess, guessing. And then what I want from this team is actually a new tank. All right. On Tundra, she performed exceptional well for a tank. She's a good tank of what she needs to do, and she's also able to offer things to her ally as well. So I do feel like she's a really good tank for the team, but she is a A-level tank, so I do feel like we will probably lean towards the fact that there should be like a new S-level tank for the Mauler team. So that's just kind of my guess on it. The other option, like I said again, rogue. I think we just have really strong contender. We have Zaf is actually really good. Max, like at a more max out, ascension for this character is actually perform a lot more better than what I currently have. So obviously I cannot speak too much on like, oh, he's bad or he's good, because I don't really have him on like a same page on the other characters. So I can definitely cannot speak too much on let's say Zaf. And then Sharky is also a really good rogue. So that's why I feel like these two options probably good contender for the time being. So I don't feel like we need another one. And then warrior, we have two decent options. We have Broas that can revive, and then we have our good buddy Koger that's able to do some defense strat. So those two, I think they have their spot locked for different kind of content. So that's why I feel like for tank is actually a really good solid option for this team right now. So that's my guesstimation. And then for Alsa, she's looking at her image, I can't really get a vibe of what she can be. So she can be a wild card, she can be a support, she can be like a marksman, she can be a mage. I don't know. I just cannot say. So what I want her to be, probably a mage, because we don't have much. I think she's the only one for our team that's our only mage. So I think we will probably need another one, I feel like. So that's just kind of my guess on it. But I think in this current team we are pretty stacked. We do pretty much have everything covered. I don't think those two characters releasing will be replacing, let's say, Odie or Smokey in any form or fashion. But maybe instead they'll work better, or something of that nature, because Odie is just all around just a really excellent hero to be using, and Smokey, those two are, you could kind of say, like a main stable for the Mauler faction team specifically. So that's why I feel like they're not replaceable at the time being. So it's just a matter of fact, like, all right, what will be the other three? What kind of other option? We have a lot. All right, so that's why I think for a two solid slot that you cannot really touch is those two, but the other one are quite flexible depending on the content you're taking a look at. In like a arena setup, in like your AFK stages, like even your trial of Abyss, for example, I'd probably toss in like a good few support. So like I'll probably bring in Coco, because she's also a really nice support next to let's say Smokey, right? Depending on the content, we need some defense threat, probably go for Koger. I know I saw a comment saying that Koger actually only shred physical defense, while Odie is not, whatever. But keep that in mind, the other character are physical as well, so they do benefit from it. So I know it's not the same as like, oh, shredding what is it, magic defense or whatever, but the other character can benefit from it. All right, so keep that in mind. Yeah, we have things for different content. So That's why we will actually take on a few things in here actually, because we can actually take a look at not the AFK stages. We can hop into the Trial of Abyss because we haven't locked that, so that will definitely simulate like a good 6v6 or like a good 5v5, so we do know what's going on in terms of the current Mauler team. Alright, so most of the time this is kind of like the setup I'll go for in terms of the Mauler setup. If we are fighting multiple enemy, we'll have obviously Odie, Smokey, and then Entendre up front like this. And then wildcard wise, I'll probably toss in Coco just for a little bit more extra defensive capability and just her other support elements. And then for the wildcard, probably Rai, because, you know, obviously he can target multiple enemy with the ultimate, so that could be really good. Besides that, we can definitely replace it with, let's say, Sap, actually a really good character to use. And then we can actually toss in Sharky as well. Actually a phenomenal character, so we will alternate. I think for the main stable, like Smokey and Odie, would definitely keep him on there, because the Trial of Abyss is not an easy task by any means, so we don't really want to take, you know, lightly of this event. So we'll definitely alternate in between here and there, so you guys can kind of see the differences between different characters for this Mauler setup. So let's go. I guess 1 times 3 should be fine. I definitely shouldn't expect any problem, because we are like a good 30 levels ahead of our enemy currently, so we should be fine. But yeah, nothing to really worry about in terms of surviving at the moment, so pretty nice, right? Yeah, it's just the buffer from Smokey, man. That dude is good. Alright, let's see. In terms of just, you know, this easy first stage, we did, yeah, as expected. Odie just been a lot, and then Rai, yeah, Rai's a good DPS. If you play him right, higher investment, he could be looking pretty hot. For the defensive stuff, yeah, Entendre, they're pretty good. Odie a little bit, or not Odie, Smokey, and then the other one are Swallow, because I think they got shield. I think they got shield from Entendre, I believe so, and then from Coco. So no, shield comes in at Mystic Plus. So yeah. Yeah, so we don't really have that yet, right? No, we don't have that yet. So I don't wanna jump the gun and say, yeah, we got defense from Coco, because she's not there yet. But for this one, we can probably, let's put in, we can probably put in, I guess for the easy task right now, we can probably toss in Zap and then put in Sharky to show you guys the, I guess, the more melee oriented setup. Yeah, so we got 3 melee up front, pretty much because Entendre, she's close to combat anyways, right? Alright. Yeah, I don't think we should have any problem either with the setup. Should be fine. Because I never used too much of Zap or Sharky, but I have, you know, seen how well they perform from the enemy lineup, so I know they can be pretty frightening. If you want to blitz the enemy, you use those two, and you're a goner. Pretty much, alright? Look at all those buff bars. That's crazy, man. Alright, let's take a little bit. It's actually taking a little bit longer than I wanted to, but yeah, we're done. GG. So this is kind of like your melee setup in a way, if you want it to be. Yeah, look at that. He's the man. Even with a legendary, not even legendary plus, he can perform good. If you give him good support, if you give him good allies to play with, he looks pretty good. Alright, so yep, got that. I guess up next we can toss in, let's see who we want to toss in. For this one, we can probably play with like a range setup, so we can probably toss in, no, I thought she was a range, but range 1 only. I guess we can still toss in Satrana up there, and then we can, let's put in, let's say Koger, right? This one is magic. Well, he's straight melee deep or physical defense, sure. we'll just go for that. It's just for a different setup, right? I don't want to keep using the same character for you guys over here, since we are doing like a video on the Mauler setup. I think after this one, we'll hop out of here and then take on today's dream round. I cannot guarantee that I can take on the full setup given, let's say, whatever enemy setup we're looking at, but we will definitely try our best for that. In terms of this specific setup, I don't know specifically who could perform good. I don't really know, but I know the support elements in there. We definitely do have the tanking, we have that. It's just I don't really know who would be like a good DPS out of those two. So let's do kind of see afterwards. Bam, I think that's it. I saw that fizz straight right there. All right, let's see what we have. Yeah, oh, all right, yeah. I mean, it's kind of as expected because Koger is at Mystic right now, so wouldn't be surprised. But let's actually hop into some Dream Round and see what we can do there. All right, so we have King Cloger again. So this is going to be my setup actually, and in terms of the artifacts, let's actually change it to let's actually change it to this one where we can actually slow down their attack speed, and we can probably do that. This one actually works blazing spell because we are increasing damage still anyway. I'm actually debating because these two could actually be good in a sense, right? I'll probably go to this one for now because we want to lower their speed so we don't get cooked right out of the gate. So same setup, we have, you know, pretty much the typical stuff. We have Coco, we have Odie, and then we have Smokey, and then we are bringing in Koger because Sissia can actually benefit a lot because of the ultimate. Mr. Coralie, he can actually benefit from it because it's a physical, so we have that. This is simply for Sissia, it's not for Odie, you know, in case anyone are wondering. I don't want to get cooked in the comment section, alright? So that's why we're going to set up. But it should be fine. But in terms of Dream Round, we are putting it at 2 speed because it's gonna take a good minute and 30 seconds, so we do want to reduce that by a good amount. So I think the first one getting cooked is definitely Koger. He does not have any revive mechanics, so that's why they did recommend using, you know, characters that can revive. Let's say Doran, for example, could revive, but I don't, with my Doran, he's not really high in investment where I could say I want to use him. But I know in terms of Doran is not really meant to be damage dealing, is meant to eat up this first hit right here. So that couldn't, if we would have put, let's say, Doran, we could have probably survived one extra hit. But just for the purpose of the showcase, we did not want to do that. But in terms of my other off time, we probably go for, we probably change it up. But so far we did pretty good with this team, so it's not bad. We about to finish things up probably around the 30 million, something like that. And the next two actually go should be Sissia, I believe, but we definitely did manage to lower the speed, so it's definitely something I'm really happy about. So we definitely play our card right. So in terms of this lineup, we did, they're pretty even, all right. They are pretty even, so it's not bad. Definitely not bad. So you guys can see Odie just gonna be a timeless A-level character for these, you know, bosses because of that single target hits. The amount of damage you can do is just phenomenal. So so I definitely do not expect him to get replaced anytime soon. For the Mauler faction team specifically, definitely could be set differently for the other faction wise to, let's say, which one would be a better or marksman, for example. But Odie is definitely currently one of the better ones to be looking at. But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it, and I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.